Might be winging it tonight.
Two,
Look good.
one. Okay.
Jingle balls. No.
Yeah. Hi. Welcome to another The Forsaken, which is every Monday night here on Matt Bird Streams at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Tonight this is our last night, hopefully, of ending at midnight. I was going to say at noon. We're not going 12 hours.
Let's go. Let's go.
You gotta warn us first, Steph. Like, come on. If I was
didn't
gonna
tell
pull an
you
all-nighter,
that we were playing all night.
Not even all night, all morning as well.
girl, if I fall asleep,
No, but we're ending at midnight tonight. Hopefully this will be the last night, and then we should be doing the regular Mad Bird thing and ending at 1 a.m. Again, I was about to say 1 p.m. 1 a.m. for from here on. So yes, I was going to write a summary of last week's session, but it was mostly just so everyone arrived at the library last week. The place that y'all have been working to get to for quite some time. Jocelyn is the one that met you and the one that took you to the library. There at the library, you met with kind of a little committee there of, let's see here, of Riesla, Zatara, and Zanric. Riesla had of note, Pixren. Riesla had a pet spider. Were you here last week, Melissa? Or last time?
I don't think she was.
No.
I remember some of them. I gotta find my notes on that session.
Okay. Riesla had a pet spider with her that she said was a gift, a recent gift, that you would have recognized. You met with Riesla, Zatara, and Zanric. Riesla was the one that mostly spoke with you. You did find out that the library director is a person called whose name is Bethel Alpin. And you saw her, their portrait on the wall. Kind of bald head with some strange tattoos going on, a high collar, and a red robe of sorts, is what you could tell. The library, when you stepped in, just went up endlessly, with books all along the walls, going all the way up into nothingness. There were even these kind of strange floating bookshelves that seemed to just be supported by nothing, as the room kind of went up into the darkness. Speaking with Riesla was interesting for all of you. Spoken riddle, well, not literally riddles, but was, vague with some things. Kazil caught her in, kind of lying a time or two, and brought it out to, brought it up with her. To which she kind of responded, a little flippantly of, well, everyone lies, so it's just how we survive. Y'all asked several questions. You asked about Shanad, to which Riesla replied, Riesla and the other two seemed completely unaware. I know Kazil asked about some information on the Mage Wars because he asked about the pillars in Rakoth, to which Zatar was going to give him some information, she said, in the morning. Gerbil asked about the bugbears. The main thing that Riesla seemed to have brought you there for, with Bethel Alpin's blessing, was to ask if the group would help her. They seemed to know that you were the new Torchlight Committee, kind of owners taking Aurelius's place, that he kind of gifted that position to the group of you. I know that you also asked about, I think it was Kazil that asked about Geneva, to which they said that they would go and check on her, make sure, that they did not want her to be, stuck where, at the cafe, but that they would go and, like, help her. Well, getting to the main reason that they kind of, it seemed that they brought you there was to ask for your help in kind of finding ways to contain not contain these mage spirits, but I think mostly it was the time devices that they were asking your help with, in collecting the time devices, and in also kind of possibly recruiting mages, to or recruiting people to kind of help their cause in assisting. Like, they seem to be, I think they kind of proffered themselves as being 4 mages, wanting to lift mages up and, and to get them back into power, seemed to be something that they were talking to you about. I think that is about it. That was pretty much the entire session, was the conversation with the library. It ended with everyone kind of, it was evening, getting nighttime. Everyone was very tired. It had been a long day. They didn't have sleeping quarters there at the library, but Riesla said that if you just went back down the steps into the village that was just at the bottom of the mountain that led up to the library, called Barncombe, that if you went there, that they would have an inn, and they have special places set up for people visiting with the library or meeting with the library staff. And that, you could use the night to talk and to think about things, and the next day you could come back and give them your answer on whether you wanted to help, any stipulations you had, that they could try to work out a deal with. And that is, and Juniper noticed a very interesting steering wheel from a boat on the wall, to remind.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So that is it. So that's what happened last week. Now, on to tonight's session of The Forsaken. Let me get the music started here. And maybe put it through the speakers that it needs to go through, and not through that. There we go. Alright. So, everyone, you exited these, like, the 2 large library doors that went up about 10 feet high. There were a couple of guards there standing right outside the door and just inside the door that were wearing robes similar to what Jocelyn were wearing. Oh, and Jocelyn, halfway through the meeting, a familiar face walked in, Ingot, whom some of you remember from before. I think Kazil was the first to recognize her, but upon seeing the group, she immediately left. And Jocelyn kind of left after her. So it seemed. So, as you exit the library with the 2 guards staying on either side of the door, and the doors closed behind you, you stand out in the kind of warm air of the Estesa, standing on this mountaintop. You have the stone steps that you climbed up before, leading down. And you can see kind of pieces, a little bit of the village that sits at the base of the mountain. It is a long, of course it's easier going down steps than it is going up, usually, depending on your knee strength. But it is a very long staircase, so prepare yourselves. But there is a little bit of heat, if you remember correctly. Remember the rock from the steps and from the mountain did seem heated, did seem hot as you were climbing the steps. So it seems like some of that heat is kind of rising up a bit. And before we get into that, did everyone put their inspiration in the chat?
Yes.
Or their inspiration roll, I guess?
Yep.
2, 16. Oh no. Alright, Tegan and Jorbil, please roll again.
Okay. Do-do-do-do-do.
Oof.
Ooh,
7.
natural 20. Like,
Okay,
it's so
Tegan
straight
gets
roll,
it.
of course it's an
Okay.
Yeah. Woo!
I re-rolled for your re-roll and it was a 1, so you definitely did not get it, Jorbil.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's the
so
only
Tegan has
natural
the
20
inspiration
I'll
for
see
tonight. There is no one guiding you. You don't really see anyone. You see some people kind of walking around the town below. It's not quite, it's not too late at night, but just kind of getting dark outside. Doors are closed to the library. Other than the guard standing by the doors, you are alone.
Did Polo manage to sneak away? Did we notice, or?
Polo had asked you for... Polo was still with you. He had asked you to create a distraction, I believe.
Tried, but not big enough, I guess.
I think the signal
Okay.
got through.
So,
checking.
So Polo will kind of sneak, kind of like peek peek their head out of the bag at you, Juniper. And it's like, hey, did you forget about? Hey, down here.
Gonna Polo had some really upsetting news. I'm sorry. I tried.
Polo will kind of climb onto your shoulder. Okay. Well, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I could try to sneak away.
Is this audible to everyone, or
Yeah.
just
I would say
we're totally alone?
No, there's 2 guards by the doors behind you. You're at the top of the steps.
Oh.
I think everything we say on this continent is gonna be heard by these people.
Yeah, if Tegan hears Paulo starting to talk to Juniper, he'll sort of like usher people down the stairs to get away from the guards.
We'll try again later. I'm sorry. I need a drink.
Okay.
What time is it?
How good is he at this? Oh, not very. It's dark outside?
Dark enough. Okay, Zvar, let's go. Tomorrow. Try tomorrow. Sorry.
Polo will go back into the bag. As you're walking down the steps, Zilthora will kind of come into step with you. Jorbil. Okay, that was weird.
Yeah. No. Yep. It was weird. It was. They were pretty much just showing us exactly how much they know, how much they don't give a crap about how much we know, and they were lying through their teeth. And they knew we knew. So this has been fun. I want to get off this continent.
He seemed very political, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot more going on, but I think they have their hands behind everything that's happening.
They do seem to have at least a lot of confidence in their power.
I don't find it a coincidence that in the short time we've been here, we've already seen 2 people we've encountered before.
Yeah, that one did not seem happy to see the group.
Yeah, no, she He tried to kill, Kazil last time we saw her.
Oh.
Or,
Well-
wait, no, we saw her. Did we see her anytime in between? I don't think we did. No. Yeah.
Well, that's
She blames us for killing her her partner, but I believe we found out her partner is alive. I don't know if she knows that, but that's Kazil's tree. The barn.
I'll say Kazil would probably, because you're out of. I mean, you see some people, but I'll say that you're probably like halfway down the steps at this point. So there's not really anyone around you. Kazil would kind of step over, as he's walking down the steps, kind of move one a little bit closer to you, and I actually told her. I messaged her in her head, and she said that she knew. But that
Great, so now she just
Greelick wasn't on their side anymore.
the
So she knows.
Great.
So
Nice to know love conquers all.
I kind of smirk and just kind of keep walking.
If there's a point at which there are no guards around,
Yeah,
or
you're about
seemingly
halfway
anyone
down
watching
the
us?
steps at this point, so there's not really anyone. It's so late, there's not really anyone walking with you. You can see someone maybe starting to walk up the steps at the bottom, but you're still several feet away from them.
I want to speak to Polo. Polo, did I hear correctly that you wanted to maybe explore the premises on your own?
Oh, well, I think I have a friend that I can probably maybe talk to in there, but I don't know where they are. So I was kind of talking to Junie here about getting a distraction and going and trying to find them somewhere in the facility, because I don't really know where they're, if they're still there, where they are. They might not even be there.
What if, perchance, you did not need a distraction?
Nah. Well, I mean, I guess if I think about it, I mean, I guess I could be that stealthy. I could be, I can just channel those vampire vibes, and just kind of sneak around and, get in the shadows.
When you said we're a few feet away from somebody, if I were to cast a spell, I would obviously be seen.
You can make a perception check to see if you can tell if that person's paying attention to you, as they're about probably 40 feet away from you right now, coming up the steps.
Really? A 2? I'm going to blow a lucky on this stupid roll. I'm blowing a lucky.
Do it.
9. Not much better.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You look down and it doesn't seem like they're paying attention to you.
Very quickly, while you go through the library, I'm going to show you a few more people to look out for. And with minor illusion, I want to show him pictures from memory of what's Zilthur's brother's name?
Jerheim?
Yeah. Wait, he wasn't on this plane, right? Did we establish that?
He is, because Dribble was able to scry on him.
Okay. So I want to show him a picture of Jerheim, a picture of Zenfried, and a picture of Cullum.
Okay. Okay. So you want me to keep an eye out for these,
And
right?
Shanad.
And Shanad.
Okay.
Okay.
Gerbil leans in.
Very quickly, you have 1 hour. This spell will last 1 hour. You'll be invisible. You will not be able to be seen unless, Given the magical fortifications of the library, you might be seen after all, but this might be your best shot to go undetected.
Okay. Did you already cast that on him?
I'm about to.
Okay. Oh.
I'll cast
aye.
invisibility.
Oh. Can you see me?
Can I see him? Wait.
I don't guess unless you cast the invisibility.
There was a thing
all
I
the
got at
spells.
10th level that lets me
Okay.
see. Yeah, I can see invisible creatures and objects within 10 feet.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah.
I can see you, but I don't
Oh.
think anyone else can.
Hey, Junie. You don't see Polo anymore.
Oh God.
Hey,
I hate this place.
and you
What?
can feel something kind of like prick at your sweater.
Okay. All right.
Hey, wait, stop. Don't knock me off your shoulder. My goodness. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready. I think I'm good.
Yeah, you only have 1 hour, so
Okay. You can feel a
by all
little like
means.
a little something jumping on your shoulder, Juniper, and then like jumps off.
God.
Meet us in the town when you can.
Got it. Okay.
Did you? Polo. Okay. Be careful. You don't know us.
All right. So,
When
mhm.
Renarius cast that spell, was it like anything around that seemed to react to magic being cast or anything?
Make a perception check, my friend.
Oh.
All those
It's
alarms.
about 15.
15? No, you see the person's about 35 feet away coming up the steps from the base of the mountain. They don't seem to notice anything. No. Don't seem to be looking at the group or...
Okay. I'm gonna quickly, after Renarius did all that, Gerbil's gonna kind of get up near him and give me Geneva stone or Dirk stone.
Of course.
Both.
I'm going to, I guess, hand over both. I'm going to hand over both.
Okay. I forget, we discussed this before.
You gave me
Sending
Dirk's,
stones, I have to say it out
Lashta's,
loud, right?
and the Genevas.
Yeah, I gave you everybody's except a couple. I give you the important ones. Okay. And we
Person's
discussed
about
that, like,
20 feet from you now, coming up the steps.
okay. Gerbil will go ahead and just, like, kind of place him in his bag. Well, at the same time, he'll take a quick check at Tulip and see how.
Okay. Tulip is doing pretty good. Pretty good. Seems to be resting in your bag, purring a bit. Little kind of chipper sounds.
Okay. Do we recognize this person walking towards us?
No, it's just a short, seems presenting female, slender, short blonde hair that's kind of cut in, a very short bob. Yeah, it seems to be wearing white robes similar to what you remember, like, Jocelyn wearing. And as she kind of starts towards you, she'll kind of look at the group and nod and continue starting to go past.
Before we get too far, Gerbil we'll stop and turn around and excuse me. Do you know where? Could you direct us to the inn in Barncombe?
Oh, yes. And you notice as she turns that she is wearing one of the those like the gold pendant that Jocelyn was wearing. That seems to be the symbol for the library. Yes, it is down at the bottom of the steps, of course, in Barncombe. So just make a left into the village. You can't miss it. It's called Delray's. But were you visiting the library?
Yes, we were. Yes.
Well, since you were visitors, just let them know they're at the desk, or they may already be expecting you. It's all according to what mood Reese was in. But they actually have a separate house for people who are visiting with the library.
Oh, a separate house.
Yes.
Like a jail cell?
Oh.
No, no, of course not. No, it's a separate cottage. It's very green. There are a few people staying there currently, in fact. So.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Some of the
Well, thank
people
you.
that they can't keep permanently in the library quarters.
Why can't they be permanent? Are they just travelers?
Oh, just room.
Oh, just room.
Right. And, also, it depends on how long that they've been with the library, if they trust them with in-library residency.
How long does it usually take for one to gain residency?
It depends. For me, it took 2 years.
Hmm. Oh. You've been most kind. Sorry to keep you.
No problem at all. Visitor of the library is a friend of mine. Good night. Adieu. She will turn and start back up the steps.
Triple stabs.
This is his origin story.
I liked her until she
It's
said
all been leading up to
friend.
this.
He snapped.
Travel now.
Maybe I could push him downstairs.
I love he carried around a separred head with him for a third of the
Another he just
campaign,
keeps collecting
but it's
heads.
now that he's stabbed.
Oh God.
All right.
Horseman.
So on the left then.
All right.
Mm.
So everyone's descending the steps. Oh, you have something else, Gerbil?
Well, just after we get some good distance from,
About 15 feet now,
helpful.
20 feet. Yeah.
yeah, Gerbil's just kind of like said to the group that I imagine that if we are brought to the special quarters for visitors, that everything we say or do will be heard. Will be heard.
What?
But I mean, if it's not that
So
bad,
what?
So
Yeah.
Myself now.
Yeah, it's no coincidence there are no surprises for them.
I don't think there's much in this plane that they don't know about. I need some tea.
Yes. Yes.
Vixen takes out her little plate of infinite food. Okay, maybe it's not entirely food, but it's food to her. And
It is abundant with pastries.
Stracy.
Oh, please, thank you.
You are so walking
Lord.
down
Passes it around.
steps.
He'll,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
he'll hesitantly take
Just-
one.
I'll risk
Time
the
to-
dexterity check.
About balance.
I mean, it is.
Yeah,
I mean, one will kind of, fall to the ground, but another one just pops up in its place. So
Ah, take it quick.
I'll mage hand one off the plate.
Swipe out.
That's what's gonna kill us. Is like we're all gonna get diabetes from
We're just
pastry,
gonna die
like sweets,
falling down the
pastry
stairs.
only. The entire campaign.
Yeah.
So
I'm
as
sure
you-
there's a spell or a ring for that. I
You're
guess.
welcome.
As you get towards the bottom of the steps, Pixarin, Garnet will fly back onto your shoulder, kind of knocking a couple more pastries off of the plate from like the shift. Uh,
Oh, hi.
I give a little
Right
purr.
there.
Seems very content. Even kind of
Pastry?
burps into your ear.
Oh.
It smells like dead rat.
Hello.
No, there's Polo.
Oh my god.
Oh
I'm so
no.
sorry.
Wondering what.
Like we just only Renarius sees it. So Renarius is just traumatized.
It just has a heart attack and just got.
Okay, you get to the bottom of the steps. You see a couple people milling about. Like to the left is where it kind of turns into Barncombe. A very quaint little village. Nothing special really, but it just looks very kind of serene, very quiet, very simple. Cobblestone streets. The buildings are, are cobblestone with wood and these kind of gabled roofs with these little like intricate designs on them. Very kind of what we would consider like in the real world kind of like a Holland vibe. Yeah, you see some little shops. You see like a jeweler's. You see a tavern. You see and then you come across, you see the sign, the hanging sign for Del Rey's Inn, it says. And outside is a horse and carriage, like a riding carriage, that has someone, and I would say that you probably would have passed a couple people at this point, and the person standing by the carriage, all seem to be in variations of that robe that you've seen on library staff so far. Not saying that these are staff or that these are, but there are different colors, different color variations, but it's the same kind of style. Very kind of loose, if you need a reminder, very loose, with a little bit tighter like around like the forearms and the calves. Some people are wearing boots, some people are wearing just kind of slip-ons. But as far as the torso goes, it's very loose and drapey, almost like it's just made out of just wrapped fabric. But there's different variations in color. I think Jocelyn, and the ones that you remember seeing in the library besides the main three of the council were kind of darker colors. These seem to be kind of just different variations of colors. But there is one person, humanoid, standing by the cart. But there's also a door going into Del Rey's, the inn.
Quick question: did the robes look like the robes that they were wearing in Fairweather?
No.
Okay, just
no.
wanted to
The
see if there was a
robes at
connection.
Fairweather were more kind of typical mage style robes, very loose, very free flowing, but it wasn't like a wrap design usually. I mean, they were a little, of course, like the students did their own thing that you remember seeing, but like for the most part, it was very simple.
Okay. Cool.
Just out of curiosity, has there been any bugbears, or is it all like humans and tieflings and elves? And is there?
You haven't seen any bugbears. There's been a variation of different races, but you haven't seen a bugbear yet.
I don't know if that's comforting or not.
All right. Are you heading towards the end?
Yep.
Uh,
Tegan will.
See
Yeah.
various windows lit up in the different shops. Yeah. Again, you pass the jewelers. There's one shop that seems to be selling like some crystals and some glass bottles. And yeah, so you approach the inn. As you approach the Nord standing by the which looks like half elf, with kind of tannish skin and this kind of long brown hair. Kind of stand up a little bit straighter. Are you the ones that were just visiting with the library?
Yes.
If you're willing, I mean, you can absolutely stay in the inn if you like, but we have kind of upgraded residency for those visiting with the library or in temporary work positions with them. I'd be more than happy to take you there. It's just right on the outskirts of town so that it's nice and green. Wonderful for walking late at night or in the morning whenever the light's good. But they have upgraded you have baths in each room, a nice lounge area to congregate, and a nice little tavern that is attached as well in that residence.
Does that mean we get to ride that thing over there?
Yes, I will be your driver.
Is there, besides accommodations, is there something to, I guess, get to eat or drink there, or is it just like a dormitory kind of setup?
Oh, no. No, not a dormitory. No, this is it's separate rooms. But yes, there is a place to eat there. A small tavern that is very homey, plenty of tables. Serves good food, good ale. Also with a wait service staff if you prefer service in your room.
Or just glance at the others for a consensus. Go ahead. Sorry.
She's like shaking her head, yes. She wants to take a ride.
Who are we to say no to our generous host?
Please, kind of open, open the door that's beside him and then walk around and open the other side. Please, get in. There's plenty of room. There's a couple of like 3 rows in the cart.
Tegan kind of jumps in.
Tegan will ask, sorry, how rude of me. I'm Tegan. Your name?
My name is Delrathar.
Okay. Delrathar.
Okay. How do you spell Del Rey's?
We should make some bets first.
For real.
Because I mean,
There's a
I wrote
W
it down.
in there.
I'm
Right.
currently with Michelle's assumption, but I doubt that's right.
Gotta be a Y.
Oh, wow.
Let
Come
me
on,
see.
wait,
I
let me
mean,
get
that's
mine
the
in
name of the
chat
guy.
first.
Oh wait, no, that was.
RW. Come on. Look at that.
Okay, that's.
Whoa.
But the
Joe,
elf
God.
was Delrathar, right?
Ah.
Oh, not even close. Oh my lord.
Is that a silent L?
There was a W in there. She took it out.
What? Stephanie Joanne.
D-L-A.
D-L-A-R-A.
Oh,
What?
God.
How does that even compute?
I'm gonna make a Forsaken word crossword puzzle.
Yes. Oh,
Of all the NPC names.
no.
Just every day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna cross that out. Whew.
All right. So everyone gets into the cart.
Yes.
Okay. There are a couple of pillows there as well. If anyone has any back issues currently.
Not,
And
not yet, but the night is young.
And yeah, so Delrathar, gets into the front there, starts, driving the cart. Very steady, not, too fast. So you're able to kind of get, a nice little view of the village as you're kind of like traveling through it. You do see like a small little chapel that seems to have some flowers growing outside of it. It's interesting in that even like there are some like gas lamp lights out in the street. But in the dim light, it looks very. This chapel looks quaint, but almost a little dark, a little sinister. At least what you would assume is sinister. Like it just looks, there's some metal kind of mixed in with the stonework. It just looks very different than most like stonework chapels you would see in smaller villages like this. And yeah, you pass some homes as you kind of exit out of this kind of town main area. There seem to be some like residencies, some like larger houses that seem to be kind of divided up with staircases leading to like second floors that seem to be divided up for living areas. And then eventually kind of get to the very, outskirts of the town, not too far. I mean, just right on the edge of it. It gets a little bit greener with some trees and some greenery, and there sits this very quaint looking cottage made out of stone, and with this very pretty kind of roof kind of going up to a point, and has some it looks very homey, very homey. The cart will stop right outside, and this is him, otherwise known as home.
Bless you.
I have a question.
Yes.
So inside this is Melissa talking to DM.
Sure.
Inside the carriage, I almost forgot the name of. Are there any like containers or drawers or anything like that inside the carriage that you could look through?
Go ahead and make an investigation check and see if you see anything.
$17.
Okay. You do find like a wooden box kind of sitting in the back seat. When you open it, there are chocolates inside.
Score!
You'll also find a map book from 15 years ago. And it's not even for your state.
I know, right?
Yep. Alright, he'll get out and start opening the doors like he did before. Please enjoy your stay at the home.
Thank you. How many people are here? Is it going to be crowded? Or...
Shouldn't be too crowded. I mean, you'll have rooms to yourselves. And as you look at it, as they say that, and you look at the cottage, it doesn't seem like, you think to yourself, okay, well, there's several of us here just with our group. It doesn't seem like it'd be that big, so the rooms must not be that roomy, but there's maybe, I don't know, 12 to 13 other people staying here.
Oh. Wow.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I guarantee that you won't be disappointed. There are there's a tavern inside that stays open, I believe, all the time. Wonderful ale there, wonderful food. But please, there's an attendant just inside at a desk, and just feel free to check in there.
All right. I'm not worried about my experience. It's just I snore, so I'm worried about all the other guests.
Understandable.
I'm sure it's bigger than that pod, Dribble.
Have you tried
just
some...
with the mention of the pod, he like cracks his back a little bit.
Have you tried some ginge root for the snoring?
I
I don't have any with me, but They might have it in town.
Well, I wouldn't want you to bother, but thank
Oh
you.
no, I'm not. I have to get back. But I mean, for in the morning, if you're traveling through, they might have it at one of the shops in town. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the crystal shop where they sell the little trinkets with the spirits in them.
Oh, that's yeah.
For the heck of it, can I
Check it
roll a
out.
knowledge nature check?
It's just-
Sure. What are you
Flag,
rolling?
Red
What
flag,
areas?
red
A
flag.
knowledge nature check on
Sure.
the Gindru or whatever.
Yeah, the Gintroot. Mm-hmm.
22.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
want a little herbal medicine
It seems,
for your
yeah,
snoring, or you want a
you've
spirit
heard,
you're trapped in a rock.
you've heard of Gintroot. And I would say with your training, you're not really sure that it cures snoring, but you know that it exists.
It's a spice that just.
It's it's
horseradish.
kind of a herbal remedy that's used for a few things. So snoring could be one of those.
It's okay.
Cool.
Right. Yes.
Delathor will, kind of tell you goodnight and get into the carriage and drive off. So you have this kind of oddly homey village house before you.
Out of curiosity, was it a long ride in the carriage, or in other words, if we decided to, did we have to take the carriage? Could we have walked?
Yeah, you could have walked. I mean, it may be, I would say with your skills in survival, Tegan, I mean, you probably would estimate like maybe a 20-minute stroll.
Okay, so it's okay. So
Yeah.
it's not that far. Yeah.
Yeah.
More out of
Was that a horse-drawn carriage, or
Yes.
was that some sort of okay?
Nope. There were 2 horses.
I didn't
You're
want to
riding an
walk.
automobile.
We see 2 very familiar lizards pulling the carriage.
Oh no.
Asbury,
Left us. No.
come back to me.
Is the horse grumble? That we left at the
Oh
cabin?
no.
My horse has betrayed the party.
Well, first he forgot all about you, and then you
Yeah,
left.
that's true. That's
You
true.
know,
bad.
You're not wrong. All right. Is everyone going inside the
Yep.
the home?
Yep.
Okay. So you walk in. The inside looks just as welcoming as the outside. A lot of wooden, this kind of like large wooden desk. There are some candles burning. This kind of intricate wooden and stone staircase leading up to a second floor, to what you would assume is a second floor. To your left, you see kind of leading off into a tavern with looks like an eating area that looks lovely. Has these beautiful like candlelit chandeliers. When I say chandeliers, I don't mean like glass chandeliers, but just like with metal, made out of
Made
metal.
out of bones.
No, not out of bones, made out of metal. There's probably another word for them, but kind of these kind of like large hanging sconces, those kind of. Very well lit. Very welcoming. There is a half elf standing behind the desk. Yes. How can I? Are we here to check in? Are you the group that was visiting with the library today with Riesla?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Us.
We have rooms prepared for you. You can we have enough rooms for all of you. Yes. Let me, do you need any help with, it doesn't look like you have any bags or anything. I will,
We're not even cleaned up from our trek through the desert.
show you up to the room. There are baths in each room with some hot stones in them. If you need anything, there's a little rope that you can just pull. It will let us know any kind of motions towards like a little bell system behind the desk, and we'll send someone up. The food and the drink is open all night, but please follow me and I'll show you to your rooms. And he'll start like handing out these skeleton keys to you with these little tags on them with numbers, wooden tags, and we'll lead you upstairs. As you start walking up here, and even when you were looking around downstairs by the desk, it definitely looks. You get the same kind of feeling with the with other places that you've been in and dim glimpsed, and also with the library in a way that it looks so much bigger.
It's bigger on the inside
than what it looks like on the outside. Definitely. Yeah, so he'll show you to your rooms. You each have a room. Inside the rooms, I'll just give a brief description. Very, like, a lot of, blankets and pillows on the beds, fireplace, a bath with these hot stones and a whole, kind of like a little heating system that heats up the stones so you can add more to it if you need to. You can see the rope on the wall. There seems to be, like, a little table of amenities, of snacks, and a pitcher of water, a washing stand. They're nice rooms. Most of them have, like, one window that looks outside, out into the forest.
Do any of the rooms connect, or are they just single rooms?
No, just single rooms, but you seem to be all kind of together in one area.
All next to each other. Hold
Yes.
up her key and look at her number, and well, it beats a hammock at the bottom of the ocean, I guess. And she's gonna go find her door.
Okay, yeah, you find it.
Who's next to me? And she pokes her head out. And
Dexter Judy.
I mean, yeah, Tegan will do the same. Find his room, but he'll just take a quick look in, and like he'll head back downstairs just to probably because he knows if he lays down, he's going to be or takes a bath right now, he's going to be out for the duration. So he's going to be like,
Yeah, what time of day is it?
It just got as I said, like when you were coming into town or starting to come down the steps at least, it looked like it about just turned nighttime. Looked like it just become dark. So you're looking at probably by now what we would consider like 9 o'clock or 6, depending on what time of the year it is.
It's 4 o'clock.
It's late in the evening, you could say.
Time doesn't
But-
exist.
We've this morning we were fighting ghosts in the desert, right? Like we have not had a long rest since then. We are all
I'm
very
pretty sure
nasty
you're right.
from.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We just had this important council meeting and we're all like covered in sand,
sand.
grime.
What exactly is the plan? Are we all retiring for the evening?
Anybody want some chocolate?
Yes.
Sans.
nice.
Here's the box. Just
We wanna-
hand pass it along to people.
Are y'all just standing in the hallway?
Yes.
I mean,
We're so great. We're just stress eating everywhere. It's fine.
Do
Yeah.
we?
I'm going. Tegan's like, I'm
Go
going
down to the
downstairs.
tavern?
Yeah, I'm going downstairs.
Yes,
Get
tavern.
cleaned up first. Okay.
Well, a bath sounds pretty great right about now.
Or just all of us meet up in the tavern in an hour.
Yes. She's just stuffing her face with chocolate and heading towards the bathtub.
Great. I
All
love
right.
chocolate. Thanks everyone. I appreciate it.
Whoops. You could have said it was carrots.
I
I don't
appreciate
know. Now it could be chocolate.
All right, so everyone retires to or those who want to retire to their room to get cleaned up. Anyone have anything different that they want to do during that time, or anything specific that they want to role play out?
Gonna
I'm probably
It's
gonna
gonna go like Generation 1 James Bond and like check every like corner like for listening devices, like cameras behind the paintings or whatever. he's gonna like just check the whole place.
Okay, make an
But he's gonna set
investigation check,
Tulip out.
Gerbil. Make an
He's gonna set
investigation check.
Tulip out so Tulip can watch. Oh yeah.
Fluffy butt over
yeah.
there. Just
Oh,
looking
investigation?
cool.
That's even worse. 8.
Okay, 8.
Yes.
Great. Yeah, you don't find anything.
I hate magic. And Gerbil will get himself relatively cleaned up.
Can only get
And
so
he's
clean.
mainly gonna like he's gonna like kind of like play with Tulip, but then like how do
What?
you feel about this place? Tulip the Griffin. The big
Oh, sorry.
Tulip is like when you open the sack, she is completely asleep, just conked out.
Okay, Gerbil's gonna set her down in like a little nice, like on a pillow.
Okay.
Or something. And but he's just gonna like kind of stare at her and be like, "I'm relying on your intuition." And he's just gonna just making sure. But yeah, after he searches the place, and actually, you know what? It just because he knows it, might as well. Gerbil's gonna spend well, I guess he can ritual cast it. He doesn't have to spend a spell slot. He's gonna do detect poison and disease, just to see.
Okay. In your room?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
30 feet around me
Okay.
Wow.
for 10 minutes.
In your room, you do not see any poison or disease.
No, even not even poisonous creatures.
No.
Snakes.
No. Other than the poison in your heart. I'm just kidding.
No.
Ow.
Too soon?
Gerbil literally used a black light on the hotel room.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, is that the
Oh.
You see
is the
some
D&D black
substance
light?
over at the bed. And you're just like, I'm just gonna forget about that. Some on the
I
bathroom
immediately-
wall.
I immediately
Please
like
don't tell
rush
me
over to
anything
Tulip and
reaches
pick
the
up
ceiling.
Tulip and take Tulip somewhere else.
all around the bathtub. Just
Oh, God.
everywhere.
Wow.
How is it on
Sand
the
bats.
ceiling?
Very carefully. Oh God.
Gerbil is not sleeping. No.
Tegan's gonna noting that we're gonna meet back in the tavern in an hour. He's gonna clean up as fast as he can because after it gets cleaned up, he'll get dressed and he's gonna put the hood up on his cloak of invisibility and go down into the tavern invisible and just eavesdrop on conversations for about 30 minutes before he'll go back up in the room and come back out without being invisible. He just wants to see if he can go around the dining room of the tavern and just see if he can find any interesting conversations.
Okay. All right. So you're just being sneaky.
And invisible.
Oh, you cast invisibility on yourself?
No, I have the cloak of invisibility.
Okay, got you. Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, secret message time.
No, I'm just taking a look here. I'm just taking
okay.
a look at something really quick. Just have to become invisible. Anything you're carrying over is invisible. You become invisible when you're wearing the hood. Okay. And you put your hood up, right?
Yeah, every minute. Yeah, I'm going to get it right back
Okay.
when I sleep.
Okay. All right. So you put on the cloak. You put up the hood. You go downstairs. The tavern has you have like the little bar area, and then you have like more of the restaurant area, kind of open, attached to that sort of. And you see a few, about 3 or 4 people in the robes of but different colors and stuff, kind of sitting around the eating area. A couple sitting at the bar. You do notice that oh, jeez. You do notice that Jocelyn's there. Sitting at one of the tables.
Alone?
Yes. They're actually sitting at the bar alone.
Okay.
Yes. He does look like he's keeping an eye on the door leading into like where the stairs and stuff are. So the door, kind of coming into and out of the tavern eating area. Seems to be kind of like at an angle to where he can easily kind of like look over there, but you do notice that he keeps looking over at the door and just kind of like taking really quick sips of his drink. I would say that being invisible, he seems a little nervous. There are a couple sitting at a table together in the robes that are, let's see, that are talking about the disappearance, but you kind of catch of the ward of you kind of catch the tail end of the conversation, but you do hear child mentioned. And you catch the very tail end of a conversation on a sending stone with one of them. That is asking how many that they gathered.
Oof.
And that's it. There's some like words after that of like, okay, well, and kind of an ending of the conversation.
Okay, good. Mission accomplished.
All right. And then you head back up to your room. Put on the farce of just leaving your room.
Yep.
Just as... sorry, go ahead, Deacon.
Is it about an hour? Is everybody going to be coming out of their rooms soon?
Yeah. Is there anything else anyone else wanted to do during that hour while bathing, specifically? Or doing whatever?
Can I add something else?
Sure. No.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was gonna like he as the hour is progressing and he's like cleaning up and everything, he would have still they're just saying random things to Tulip while Tulip slept,
Yeah.
like he's talking to Tulip, and then just recounting what what we saw in the meeting, like just very vague kind of stuff, just like, did you see them? And then while he's doing that, he's gonna get out Geneva's sending stone.
Okay.
And just kind of just say the library knows that they're coming. And that's all he's just gonna say to the sending stone. But he's gonna say it as if he's talking to Tulip.
He's a coming for you.
He's a coming.
The
Oh Lord, he's a coming.
response is pretty quick. Okay. That's good to know. I have to count my own words. Your friends are here. Dirk and others Can't remember their names. But they seem nice. We've been... And then it gets cut off.
That's Geneva.
Yeah. Yeah, he's that's
Okay.
all he's gonna do.
Alright. I will say it seems like Tulip is having a bit of a dream. Seems to be kind of flapping, you know, the kind of fluttering the wings in their sleep, and kind of like a typical like running dog dream where it's kind of like kicking its little like claws.
I'll pull out the book about raising griffins.
You're consulting to see if this is do griffins dream?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just like, because Tripple's never had a pet before. He doesn't know.
Roll a perception check. Or roll an intelligence check.
Ooh, that's so much better, because Gerbil's smartest. 8.
Okay. You do find out the griffin's dream. Or at least that's what they hypothesize, because there's no real way to test it. So. You're welcome. Anything else for anyone?
I would probably just wait up, in the hallway waiting and wait for Pixron to leave her room.
Okay.
And then try to catch her before she heads down the stairs.
Okay. Tegan, roll a perception check for me, please.
Certainly. 22.
Okay. All right. As you're standing there, you think that you see Ingot quickly pass by the hallway. Like there's another hallway kind of leading into the hallway where your rooms are. Kind of quickly like go down the hallway, like down the steps.
Yeah, okay. I'll just make note of it. I'm not gonna
Okay.
chase.
All right. So I would say an hour passes by. Pixar, do you come out of your room in about an hour?
Yep, I'm so squeaky clean.
Just shimmering from cleanness. So yeah, you see Pixar come out of her room.
I'll sort of like walk up to her and just let her just sort of like a low voice, not quite a whisper, but a low voice, say, Jocelyn's at the bar. He's by himself. Looks kind of nervous. Just thought I'd let you know.
Nervous about what? Like,
He's looking at the stairs nervously, like he's waiting for someone. Maybe you? I'll make note of that. Just take it for what you will.
Well, she'll start kind of like going down the stairs like slowly because she kind of wants to go like slow and then like peek around the corner. She doesn't have the cloak like he does, so like.
All right, make a stealth check.
I'm so stealthy. Let's see how stealthy I am. I just fall down the stairs. Dum dum dum.
Do the stairs have a view of the tavern or no?
You kind of have to go around a corner to get to see into the tavern. I mean, you can maybe like see just through the doorway, but it's not a very good view.
Okay,
You
so I will
see more of the eating area than you do the bar part.
Yeah, I'm a little stompier than I thought. I got a 7.
Okay, all right.
Okay. I just trip and fall.
So you get down the steps. You get down the steps fine, but then like when you go to the door to kind of peek in, another person kind of like shoulder like not like not intentionally shoulder check you, but just as they're like passing by and like they have a bag, bag kind of on their shoulder, and it just kind of like hits you a bit and kind of knocks you forward.
Oh.
And you see Jocelyn at the bar kind of see you and kind of straighten up and from like a slouch position over his drink and kind of give a little wave with a little bit of a smirk.
Walks over to him. He's got this big sigh. Okay. Hi.
Hey, kind of pat the seat next to him at the bar, if you want.
Tegan said you were nervous. I didn't know what you were nervous about.
I just didn't know if you'd be coming downstairs. And, kind of, it's been kind of weird today. Yeah?
I think. She just like deadpan stares at him, like with no emotion on her face, just to like freak him out if he gets freaked out by it.
So I didn't know how this would play out. So,
all right, and she pops down.
Great. Do you want something to drink?
2 ales. I feel like this is gonna be a long night.
The bartender will nod and start getting your drinks together, and take him just a couple of minutes to pass them on.
Sorry, I got a close.
And Jocelyn will kind of make a gesture to the bartender that kind of put on his tab. So, how did the meeting go? I had to leave halfway through. Seemed to be going about as well as expected, I guess.
I mean, I think so. She wanted our help getting stuff, and I guess recruiting people, and
yeah.
Okay, this is really confusing. How are you here?
I'll remind you, Pixton, he's still wearing the robes that he was wearing earlier, with the gold kind of library pendant, but then also, I believe you noticed the kind of clear glass teardrop-like pendant that was hanging around his neck as well.
Pretty. I kind of want it.
Right. I heard about the library. I had a contact or two still in Fairweather, of course. They're not all bad, and they told me about, that they had visited this plane and had, heard of the library, and I decided, why not? Didn't really have a place to go back to. Didn't want to couldn't live in Fairweather anymore. And yeah. Just can't really find my place, I guess.
So you did it because you felt like an outcast and you needed some place to sleep and a bed and food?
I don't know, they seemed interesting.
What do they do for you?
They offer me food and shelter, I guess. I mean, you saw the library. It's quite impressive. Access to possibly some of the greatest mages, at least in this plane, maybe even in the material.
Are our drinks here yet?
Yes. Yeah, he already had a drink in front of him that he doesn't
Okay.
seem to be drinking that much of. But your 2Ls arrived, yes.
Okay, so she's gonna finish his because he hasn't touched it
Yeah.
in a while, and then she's gonna finish one of hers. Right. Okay. Maybe I should ask this a little more forward. Why are you with them? Like, there's gotta be some. She just like stares at his necklace. Can I have that? What's that?
Oh, this has to do with being, helping them, and sure they'll give you one too if you want it.
You're initiated, aren't you?
I don't know what that means. Care to elaborate?
Well, how does that thing help you? What does it do?
Just, well, you saw when we were coming in, I used the pendants to kind of gain access to the Estesa, to drive away the spirits. Didn't have to fight through those, remember?
That's true.
Make a perception check. Pixron.
Please, that'll be better. 23!
Okay. You can tell that since asking about his, what they're doing for him in these past couple of questions and what you're talking about now, that he's definitely struggling. I mean, I'm sure that Riesla told you of what they're trying to do. Give power back to the mages. Sounds righteous, right? Sounds like a... I mean, I know in Osbergen they seem to be, you have to get licensed with the government, and besides cities like Fairweather and, Zafir, why wouldn't you want that?
Sounds like you're trying to justify something to yourself still, because you're not entirely sure, because you keep doing double questions. Are you sure that absolutely you want to be a part of this?
Yes, and I think that you should consider being a part of it too, Pixron.
So we can help each other, or
Yeah, I mean,
help the library?
I would.
Kind of gets a little sarcastic with it, like library.
I would enjoy working alongside of you, of course, but also just what they're trying to do. They're working towards something. It's more than I can say for most of Osbergen.
So does this mean you're gonna be here forever?
I don't know. I guess I'll be here for as long as I think that I need to be here. But it would be nice if, I mean, I'm not, in working with the library, you don't have to stay here like I do. You can still help them. I think, trying to think of when he left. I think it was after that they made the offer. I think they were asking about, the time devices, that would still allow you to travel and help them out. And I mean, they did make them, so it seems only right that they be back where they were created, I guess. I mean, they're back where they're created.
What do you think they're gonna do after they're all back? It's a lot of power.
Yeah, it's a lot of power, but I would trust that they would do what they need to, to help the mages.
Out of character for a second, did she notice Ingot from the meeting?
Yeah, because she made quite the stir when she came in and was kind of stomping. It was Kazeel that noticed her first, but she kind of came in there and yelled out and was kind of like, Riesla, I have to talk to you. And she saw everyone, a few of them waved. So yeah, all of you would have noticed, oh, okay, it's Ingot. And then she just kind of stormed out. Riesla kind of looked at Jocelyn, and Jocelyn left right after that.
How long have you known Ingot?
Oh.
Start side-eyeing and sipping on her third drink.
She's a newer initiated with the library. Kind of an apprentice of sorts. I wouldn't go that far. Well, I mean, I don't know. She seems powerful enough. I mean, she could probably. But, yeah, she's been with the library maybe a week or more. It's not very long. Or maybe it's been longer, but it seems like it's been a week. She is very hot-headed.
Yeah, she's like all stabby with Kazoo.
Oh, she stabbed Kazoo?
Let's just say not everybody likes them. That's when you flirt with the wrong people.
Remember, she was there at the, Yeah. He was there. Yeah, she was there at the children's home in Merlusk, too. That's where I first met her, of course. And you were there.
She's not very nice.
She's, I think she's trying to find her purpose. I think that she thinks that she's found it here.
I have one more question, if you know the answer to that. Where did what's-her-name get her spider?
Oh, some visitor from the Underdark, of course, Drow, gave it to her.
Male or female? Start side-eyeing him again.
I honestly don't remember. I didn't really see them, but maybe once, and that was briefly.
You know why?
Why?
No, I mean, do you know why she got the spider?
Oh, I believe it was just a gift. A deal that they had struck, maybe. seems like any as reason as ever. Truthfully, I don't really know the exact reason.
Okay. So she basically starts info dumping on everything she knows about that particular creature
Okay.
onto him just to save time.
Sure.
And explains her involvement in those types of creatures and what she used to do with them and this and the other thing. And so this is why she's concerned, and she shares her concern with him.
Okay. At the beginning, he seems a little confused at the sudden info dump. But then towards the end, he seems to be actively listening and kind of, I see. Yeah, that would definitely be. Yeah, I wish that I would have gotten a better look at them. But she's had it for maybe a couple of, maybe 3 weeks now. Whoever it was kind of trained it, and, it was already, I think, pre-trained, but kind of signed over ownership to her, I think.
I'm a vet of sorts. No, just kidding. Can I see the spider?
Pixrin, animal doctor?
No.
Dr. Pixrin?
No, she'd kill that poor thing in a heartbeat.
Animal doctor?
Dr. Pixel.
No. It's the holidays. Ho, ho, ho. So she wants to get their hands on a spider. She kind of drops it and just, okay, well.
If you, you might be able to, maybe if you do end up working with them, maybe she would allow you to know the answer if you asked. She's pretty open with people that she trusts, I think.
Do you think she trusts you?
I would like to think so. But I am still rather new, so I'm sure the trust isn't completely bedrock yet.
Yeah, but never knew.
Are you meeting your friends down here?
Yes. She finishes her third drink.
Well, I'll let you chat with them, but
I don't want to stay. I mean, we can all have a conversation, and we're basically eating and drinking, and
I have some things that I need to take care of, but if you, and he'll kind of, not really grab your hand or anything, but just kind of, reach out his hand across the, maybe the 3-4 feet that's in between you at the bar. I'm up on the 3rd floor, room 2. If you want some company tonight, I'll be up there. Well,
okay.
I'll leave it to your friends. If I don't see you tonight, catch you in the morning. Okay?
Right.
And
another ale.
think about what I said about working with them. Pixrin. Please. Okay. I'm gonna go.
She's gonna make an insight check.
Okay. All right.
since Fish
Damn it.
was heading down the
6.
tavern, like at that hour where we said we were meeting up,
Mm-hmm.
would we have like come down and seen them chatting?
I'll say for the sake of just like conversation that you would have caught them at the end of it, probably with him like leaving. Yeah, picturing with that. Yeah, he seems to be. I'll give you that. And he seems to be very sincere with what he's asking you. And he'll, before he leaves, will kind of take your hand and give it a kiss and kind of a hand on the shoulder as he walks by and goes out into the foyer and, as far as you know, upstairs.
Do I detect
So
poison or disease?
what? on Jocelyn?
What?
No, from the kiss. I was making.
So anyone coming down the steps
Traumatize her.
about that time, we'll say that you, just for the sake of like conversation, we'll say that you would have walked in just as he was like leaving the bar area, and so he would have walked past you and probably kind of like gave you like a quick awkward smile and a nod and quickly kind of tried to bustle by and up the steps.
Why do I love to see him go?
Had a spell up. You might want to wash your hand.
Oh my god.
So you're in a tavern. You sit down at a table.
This is not my lipstick.
Yes, Tegan will. Yes, we'll gather the group.
Everyone finds a table. We'll say that just for the sake of time, that you'll have a waiter there. We'll give you a menu for some items, food and drink, kind of typical fare. It does look like that their specials for today are fish steamed bun and a tankard of ale. A fish casserole and a glass of whiskey.
Also that.
Or
Right?
something called a veggie burger and an apple and some cider.
Apple and apple cider.
Apple cider vinegar.
The apple
This
is
place
on
is
the
the
side
worst.
of the cider.
We're all gonna smell like fish.
This is the closest to the ocean I'm gonna get. And Judy's just, her eyes are a little puffy, and but she smells really good. She's super clean now. She's got some glitter in her fur. You don't know how it got there, but it's there.
So
pretty.
everyone passes Jocelyn. You would see Pixern at the bar. Pixern, do you get up and like go and join the group at the table?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I guess so.
Jocelyn
Pixern's
left
like, I don't know them.
left the glass there.
I don't
on the
know her.
counter. And yeah, so everyone sits down at the table together.
Once we're kind of alone, like
Mhm.
there's no waiter looking over us,
Yeah.
I will lean in, like, and encourage everyone else to sort of lean in at the table.
I'm back.
Don't look suspicious.
No, it's just
Suspicious.
So
maybe
Thor
I
would
was-
totally lean in looking suspicious.
Lucas.
I did some recon, some eavesdropping. The person who got away was definitely a child, and they referred to him as a ward. I don't know. It makes me nervous. So not much else except maybe I overheard a conversation that's referenced how many did you gather, which is really odd. But
Maybe
that
they're
was
talking
enough.
about apples. There's
Yeah.
apples on the menu.
Yeah, not with this group. Apples is the least of their worry.
I mean, apples come from somewhere, Tegan.
Mostly trees. Mostly.
Yeah. People have to gather them. They don't gather
We
themselves.
seen any trees?
You've seen trees, yeah.
Gerbil says
Apple
sarcastically.
trees? No.
Yeah.
I
Getting
imagine we
real
saw some cherry
defensive on
blossoms.
apples.
Anyway, Tegan will look at the menu and say, "What? No meat? I was looking forward to a steak. I heard there was steak."
I don't remember saying a steak.
Del Rey. So
I know, we thought it was a steakhouse. It's a fish house. It's a fishery.
I mean,
Hmm.
fish is a meat, right? That I'm not wrong about that, right? Fish is.
Tegan will look at him like, "No, you're not right about that."
Not good enough, anyways.
Huh. Make some mental note.
What kind of
Okay,
bear?
Tegan. Okay.
What
That-
bear?
What kind of bear doesn't eat fish?
Yeah, like what kind of bear are you?
No,
Heathen!
no, Gerbil eats fish. He's confused about Tegan not saying fish is meat. So she's just like,
Please don't tell me you're vegan.
Oh no.
But-
no, he's not.
well,
Right.
eh.
How'd your conversation with Jocelyn go?
what he wants us to join really bad.
I don't know.
Like really, really bad.
He doesn't strike me as the true believer type.
Something seems off. I don't. It's like
Yeah.
you can say everything or something. Like something is, but he's so persistent on having us join. There's got to be a reason.
I mean,
Shut
I don't
up.
know, but I don't know about you guys, but I am not enthused about wearing a damn pendant.
well,
Who is making?
obviously, but I mean,
Well, I mean,
It's obvious.
his necklace gets him through stuff, so pretty cool.
yeah, but. it could
But
also-
necklace? I mean, you talking about the library pendant or something else?
He's got a little teardrop clear pendant thing.
Oh, what's that about?
Gets him through stuff.
Is that the same?
She's like so basic with her answers. She's like, she's already had 3 drinks, so she's already like on a little bit of a buzz. So like her answers are going. Oh,
It's
it's
not
just
the
tip
same
fingers.
pendant we saw like on the person we asked for directions and stuff. That she just had a regular library pendant, not the teardrop pendant. Right?
Yeah, he's wearing
Yeah.
two.
Okay, he's wearing 2. All right.
Like so nice.
I mean, coming here. I mean, it was a tactic. I mean, I think they just want to control us, get us off the board for whatever they're doing. I have my suspicions, but I don't really want to say them, here. But I think
What if we can use it?
I don't remember a lot about my time in the Feywild, but I do remember be very careful about who you make deals with. Because we're in a different plane. We don't know all the rules here. I don't know. I mean, they're very. I think they're very confident in whatever answer we give them. So.
Personally, I think we should not join their club, so to speak. I mean, I would just say we got our own thing going. If we can find something that helps you along the way, maybe we'll forward it to you. But uh, we have our own priorities to deal with right now. As you know, then you can even say to them, as you are well aware, we have our own thing going on. So if we know your needs, and if we happen to you know find something that meets your needs, we'll keep you in mind. But I'm not wearing no damn pendant.
You just think it's ugly, don't you?
Oh, I know it's ugly. Oh, ugly as in not looking good? No, it's ugly is what it stands for. And it doesn't. I don't know. I'm no expert on jewelry. I've taken a lot in my life, but I just know what's worth money and what's not. But I don't like what this jewelry stands for.
Oh. It's also very, fascinating, the jewelry here. You remember, what's his name? Del,
Adele?
of Del Rey's. Del Del.
Hello.
Talking about, that crystal shop that, is very nifty. Stores spirits. Because that's fun.
Juniper and Rhaenyra, what do y'all think? Kazoo? Anyone else?
Well, you know that I'm pretty clear with how I thought during the meeting. Definitely liars, and didn't speak the truth. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, and that probably with all the stuff that she was wearing probably isn't that far.
I don't know much about the library or this damn plane. I don't even know how I got here. But I saw something in that library that shouldn't be there. And I know it wasn't just chance. I think that everything in this place is designed to make us feel like we don't have any power. And I don't ever want to go back to feeling like that. I don't think this library has our best interests in mind. I think it's a terrible ship to be on. But I also don't think there's a chance of getting out of here without them being upset. So however you want to do this without joining their crew, I'll go. But I don't like it.
I agree with everything you just said, Junie. But I also don't think they're gonna prevent us from leaving. This was the first power move. They were trying to make us feel helpless, like Judy said. I think they can go ahead and coerce us to work with them. It's good for them, but I think they also want to see us scurry and struggle a little bit. They seem to have a very high opinion of themselves. So.
Well, I for one, would like to see that we would investigate the Bright Ones, even if for our own purposes, but possibly not as an agent of the library, independent contractors, if you will. But
I like that phrase.
we can work with them to a point for our own means.
I like that idea.
I think we can use this.
No doubt we are being used for sure. Juniper, that ship's wheel. Not everybody has a ship's wheel on their wall, and something that doesn't strike me as something that a place like the library would want to have. Am I guessing wrong that that ship wasn't just an ordinary ship?
Just have we had food delivered yet, or drinks or anything?
Yeah. The food's been delivered, drinks have been delivered. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So she's just gonna pick up whatever drink she has and just like finish it. She's got, beer froth.
Failed the stress test.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not just any ship, and it doesn't belong on that wall. Well, steering wheel. It's you're right.
I'm sorry to hear.
I don't want to let them keep it, but I don't want to die trying either.
What kind of ship is it?
There's not enough beer in here for that answer. Well, it was hers. But it not here. It wasn't on this plane. It wasn't this ocean. We don't even have an ocean here. There's no ships in Denver.
Well, their
Yeah.
reaches a lot of places that doesn't, not just here. They're all over in our plane as well. So
Stolen. That steering wheel is stolen. And I mean, sure, okay, I was a pirate, but I mean, I made my intentions clear, okay? And the library doesn't do that.
no.
I'm a pirate.
Maybe when we're clear of this place, you can let us know about that ship a little bit more.
I'd be happy when we're not in the place in which it was stolen.
I agree.
As soon as we're out of this accommodations, upgrade.
We can take it for you.
Oh, I thought about it. We'll see how tomorrow goes.
Okay.
How about that? And how hungover I am in the morning.
I think it makes sense.
I'll take you up on it if we have to.
Hey, that
Woo-hoo. She's
both
just
hungover.
Oh, yeah, she's just going back to like stuffing her face with fish and
So you'll look at his fish and say, "Oh well, beats rations."
it's probably stolen too.
It's okay. It's not the best food that you've had, but it's all right.
Ain't no Captain D's.
Oh no.
He's a guy I met in the Feywild. Made the best greasy fish in the Feywild.
Oh, good for hangovers.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the plan then? Get a good night's sleep. Don't stab anyone between now and then, and
I'm not making any promises.
yeah.
Me
I was
neither.
going to say, let's not speak to us.
We're still a little too sober for that.
I mean, I feel like there's still people we could meet here, but I can't make those promises either. And then we give the library our answer and hope they agree to our terms.
I don't even know if we should give him an answer. We just tell him, hey, we're, you know, we're not signing up for your party. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. And if our needs intersect, so be it.
Sounds like a solid deal.
Yes, Picture?
Well, why can't we use this to our advantage?
How so?
Why can't we switch it up on them? I mean, we're both on a technicality for the same thing of what, saving the mages and all that, right? I mean, something like it, but if I could get in and maybe, just maybe, figure out. I want to kill that spider, but I can't. Takes another sip. But I mean, if one of us, or losing my twang here, whatever, screw, one or two of us, like an undercover type thing. Y'all never do that in war.
No,
I've done it all the time.
no. I mean, if this was
It's just
anywhere
the stink
else,
that I don't like.
any other group, maybe. But again,
Well, you're not the one who has to stink. I'm willing to do it.
well, my concern is what if you agree to the terms, and what if from some unseen magical contract you are now trapped to serve them? What if your free will is taken from you? That's my concern, because these people are powerful, and they've already purposely shown us people we thought we could trust who are working for them. That doesn't make sense to us.
We can also use those same people.
I see what you're saying, and it's a big risk.
Yeah,
It's up to you, but
I don't think
Just
the risk is
my-
worth it personally, but
semi-professional opinion on going quote unquote undercover.
You think they're under some kind of control then? These
That might be.
people-
I mean, those pendants aren't just gold, metal.
I'd
They
rather-
have a very, they're magical, obviously.
I'd rather believe they were under control than to have them so willingly betray our trust from people that we have trusted.
Hey, poor sweet summer child. Gerbil, this is how it is.
You don't
Whether
need to
they're
tell
under
me how it
control or
is,
not.
Victor.
Like,
Victor, you don't have to tell me how it is.
I
I
mean,
know how the world is. Need I remind you of what I carried around on my side for 5 years?
well, then stop being in denial.
I'm not denial. I'm being cautious because I don't want to see you trapped here. To have your free will taken forcibly from you.
If I have read Justin correctly, he doesn't seem like one whose free will has been taken from him, but one who is rather cautious about his predicament. I would recommend we use the same caution, whether we are under magical influence or not.
here's my picture. I mean, it's up to you. It's a risk. It's a big risk of being found out. But the way I would play it, they aren't stupid. They know we're dead set against them. But if one of us plays the traitor and wants to join the library, that they would expect. I mean, that they would be on the lookout for. I mean, but it's very, very risky. It's up to you. You have an in with Jocelyn. Maybe a frank discussion. But again,
Literally a frank discussion.
Literally.
Literally a frank discussion.
Wow.
guilty as charged.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. True. Y'all make really good points that I've considered. Can we talk about this in the morning?
Sure.
Just gonna kind of like shovel her food a little bit and like finish her like fourth drink and actually like, yeah, I'm gonna go bed. Third floor, room 2, please. Ding. Give me up, Scotty. Just playing.
Yeah.
Gerbil, were you saying something?
No, just yes, as kind of as like we were kind of finishing up this discussion about everything, Gerbil would have pulled out his token, his holy symbol of Elstrade that he got.
Yeah.
And he just be kind of holding it and just kind of like putting it through his fingers, but like his hand on the table so everyone can see it. And he's just kind of holding it.
Okay.
Well, they just said we had to meet them tomorrow. They didn't say we had to be not hungover. So, Kaziel, are we drinking?
Oh, of course. I'll get some rounds.
Oof.
So we'll go and get some drinks.
Once Kaziel gets up, Zoe, what's your opinion on all this? You're not part of our group, so you don't have to go with us. You can do.
Yeah, no, I mean, what else am I going to do? Just kind of sit here in this dump all day. I don't know. I mean, I kind of, what does she think? I can kind of see Pixtrin's point about, playing it to your side and, playing your cards, giving them a taste of their politicalness. But, also, like, they seem pretty powerful, and do you want to mess around with that? I think that there are, it's kind of, it could go either way at this point, it seems. Depending on how you, let me just rip my headphones out of my ears here. Depending on, I don't know, I guess how you play your cards. Yeah? I mean, if y'all are willing to have me tomorrow, I'll go. As I said, I don't really have anything else to do here. I don't know, maybe I'll ask them if they've... I don't know, did y'all ask about Jerheim? No, I don't think
we did.
I don't think you
I
did.
think that's the one card we didn't
Maybe
share.
I'll ask about Jerheim in the morning and see if, like, they know anything, if they've seen him, or, I haven't seen any... I've been keeping an eye out walking through town, and, saw an orc, or two, half-orc, a couple of half-orcs, but they weren't Jerheim, so... But I guess this is just one place in the entire plane, so...
Was there anything they talked about during the meeting that catched your attention in particular? Yes. trying to get all our viewpoints.
I mean, I don't know too much about these time devices, but they sound interesting. Yeah, seems like they really want them. I don't know. God, she's rolling horrible. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they definitely seem dodgy about a lot of things. So, you know, we're talking about how we're going to respond to the library. I mean, like, where y'all going after this? You going back to Osbergen? Or are you going to keep traveling the dim glimp train?
I mean, I think we have two options. But I mean, there's been a number of things pointing us to the continent northeast of here.
Oh, yeah.
They seem to, as one of their propositions, they wanted us to investigate these bright ones for them. But there are other things recently that made me think we need to go check that area. And then likewise, I know I personally can't avoid Osbergen much longer. This bugbear's got to deal with the bugbears at some point. And,
Yeah.
and we probably should go to Bear. Maybe not lead a mage rebellion like they want, but but it's weird. I feel that we really need to go stay in Dimglimp a while and investigate up north, but at the same time, I can't help but feel we might be a bit safer for the time being facing a bugbear army on Osbergen. Personally, at least I know what to expect.
I can understand that. Are you afraid to face them? Your brother? The army?
If you asked me that a few months ago, I would have probably said yes, but there's been a lot of crazy shit in the past few months.
Yeah.
So, I still want to kill my brother with every fiber of my being, but it seems to me, at least from what I've been told and seen here, that my brother and the army is being manipulated, used as a blunt instrument to distract from something else going on. And granted, I don't know my brother that well anymore, but I can probably guarantee you he doesn't like to be used. So. But also, he's destroying a whole continent and killing lots of people. So we could just kill him. But that's easier said than done because there's a whole fucking army. So.
Yeah. It's a tough decision for you to make. she'll kind of give you a kind of a gentle, kind of a hand on the shoulder, Gerbil. And just kind of turn back to her drink. Take a big swig. And about that time, you hear a little mousy voice. It's okay, I think my friends are in here.
Oh, great.
And as you look towards, the entrance in the foyer into the tavern area, you see Polo with another mouse. And that's what went
Love
tonight's
it.
session.
It's so good.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay!
He found his friend.
Oh man, we're already over. There's so much more I wanted to.
We can have,
Save it for
us.
next time. Make some notes. Save
Yeah.
it for next time.
Oh yeah, I got.
We can have a whole session of just people getting drunk and being
Yeah,
sad.
absolutely. And I
I
love
got
it.
this.
I love it. I love it. So next time, we'll have the whole who is this mouse? Is this Polo's friend? We'll also have
the name I had in my notes was like Zeke Pete or something. Was my notes correct?
Well, what? No.
I wrote down last week. Last time we
ZD
played
Peep
ZD
Grassfoot.
Oh, ZD Peep was one word.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord! I'm making that crossword puzzle.
Nice.
So next week, who was this mouse?
What does
We'll
it mean for the Forsaken?
Pixrin's going up to room 302.
Ding.
What
Ding.
will await her there?
Oh,
Death?
baby.
Well, it's a
Brisket's
good thing Gerbil was gonna like. Gerbil was contemplating just like in the middle of the night banging on Joseph's door and interrogating him or something.
Oh, my
But
goodness.
now
be
he doesn't
some
want to
pain.
interrupt
Now
anything.
that would be awkward.
Yeah.
What will they
Oh.
get? Will they get to their meeting with the library next
No.
Right,
time?
we could all wait. We could all wake up dead in our sleep.
What happens? What will
It's a way to
happen?
go.
Find out next time on The Forsaken.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
dun.
We overloaded with too many side quests. We just had to
Yes.
start over.
All right.
It was just-
Thank you, players. It was great. Thank you, viewers. You're amazing. We have all kinds of D&D content here on Mad Bird Streams. Of course, this weekend will be kind of, I guess, probably not that much. Probably
Kinda
hardly
wonky.
anything. We might have The Forsaken on Monday. I'm going to do a head count closer to the weekend to see. But we won't be having our Friday night game. We won't be having our Saturday night games or our Sunday night game this upcoming weekend just because of the holidays for those celebrating. So, but next week, next weekend, we have games on, of course, Mondays, and then Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, with 2 games on Saturday at 6 and then at 10. And we have more stuff on the way. We're reworking a lot of stuff, so hopefully in the new year that will all start coming together. But yeah, y'all are amazing. I tell you, I won't even rate over to anyone because I don't feel like looking. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Forsaken. All right.
Peace out, friends.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Happy holidays.